Good evening. Our top story tonight. In a major shift in foreign policy, Prime Minister Keir Starmer is expected to announce Britain's official recognition of a Palestinian state. The move would mark a historic break with decades of UK policy, and comes despite strong opposition from Israel and clear disapproval from the United States. Deputy Prime Minister David Lammy confirmed the decision earlier today, saying recognition should be viewed as part of a broader peace process aimed at keeping alive the prospects of a two-state solution, with Israel and Palestine coexisting side by side. Any step to recognise a Palestinian state is because we wish to keep alive the prospects of a two-state solution. Britain would join more than 140 United Nations member states that have already recognised Palestine. But the decision carries special symbolic weight, given the UK's historic role in the creation of Israel after World War II. France, Canada, Australia and Belgium are also expected to make similar announcements at this week's UN General Assembly in New York. The move follows a warning Britain issued in July, telling Israel it would recognise Palestine unless steps were taken to end what officials called the appalling situation in Gaza. But according to Lammy, the ceasefire with Hamas has collapsed, aid remains restricted, and Israeli settlement expansion continues.
Do we wait for perfect conditions before we recognize a Palestinian state, or do we acknowledge the Palestinian people's right to a homeland? Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has strongly rejected the idea, insisting there will never be a Palestinian state. He accused countries considering recognition of rewarding, quote, Hamas's monstrous terrorism.
Meanwhile, former US President Donald Trump, who met Starmer in London this week, said the two leaders had agreed to disagree. Trump used the press conference to highlight the suffering of Israelis rather than Palestinians. In London, the public reaction has been divided. Some say recognition is an important first step toward peace and dignity for Palestinians. Others believe the government is turning its back on Israel and indirectly supporting Hamas. Victor Catan, a professor of international law, argues Britain owes Palestine far more than recognition. He points to Britain's colonial-era role in shaping the region's divisions and calls for an apology and reparations.
Keir Starmer is expected to formally make the announcement tomorrow. If confirmed, Britain's decision could mark one of the most significant diplomatic shifts in decades, reshaping not just its relationship with Israel, but also with its closest ally, the United States. Stay with us for continuing coverage of this developing story.